RealChip TV, RealChip recap, ending up week 14 of the season. I'm your host, Steven Hellman, alongside Tom Oresco here, and we're sorry we're getting this video a day late for you, but quite the eventful Sunday. I mean, the Birds went in. I am. I'm so hyped for Star Wars. I am so hyped. I was just watching the cartoon when he got here, and I was just like, whatever. Like this is awesome. I mean, this is like. Look at this thing. Look at this. Look at this. This is awesome. This is so cool. I can't wait.
You gotta wear that in our next game.
Oh man, that would be wild. But yeah, so our Sunday,
show up in that.
Birds win, and then right after
we have a big flag football.
Still a couple drinks in me. Still feeling pretty tipsy.
Right from the stadium, basically to our flag venue, and we put 66 up.
66 points up.
Feeling like Oregon.
This guy throwing 9
touchdowns.
9 touchdowns. 9 touchdowns.
You like that?
You like that?
You like that?
You like that? And then, yeah. It was
this guy hits the field goal to put us up 10. It was a really high-scoring game. The other team was really good, but we stuck together, and we were up 7. We drive down, getting field goal range. It's like an indoor league, and they have field goals. So this guy's, former soccer background. Yeah. He's got... good kicking, and I asked him twice if he wanted to kick. It was kind of a deep field goal too. It was solid.
Yeah.
He kicks extra points from a chip shot away, but I didn't get us in good field goal position. And I asked him twice, and he said, "Yeah, we're kicking the field goal." And, turned around and bang, hits it. Up 10 with under a minute left. Game over. Yep.
Love it.
Right. And that was our big.
That was our star moment.
But let's get into the Birds.
Let's get into the Birds. I mean, the return of Lesean McCoy. I couldn't have went any better for the Eagles.
Could have if we blew him out.
But yeah, I mean, it was just his reaction though after the game was just like
priceless.
Wow. I know fans were booing him when he got in. I was having a little seating issue trying to get my seats, so they were booing him when he got in there?
Yeah, early in the game, fans were booing him. I seen it happen to McNabb, when he got in there. They cheered him a little. It was kind of a mixed reaction, but I mean, look, it's kind of like a thing where it's like, all right, we understand he likes the city, but we still root for this team, and he's bashing our coach, and we happen to have this newfound belief in our coach. So,
exactly.
So I mean, maybe if they lost to New England, and they were 4-8, and nothing was going right, maybe you hear a couple more cheers for Lesean, but we're back in the playoff hunt.
Exactly.
And I mean, I'm not trying to sell our fans down the river, but yeah, there's understandable frustration when you're playing bad. But Chip gets that big win with this team over the Patriots, and we're right back behind them. I mean, I've always been, but I'm just speaking for in general.
Yeah,
a lot of people were frustrated, and now. But we're always going to be behind him, and Lesean, we wish you the best and all that, but we had a game to win and we got it done.
Yeah, we did, and he wishes him the best. He's a punk.
Yeah.
Storming off like a little baby. If they would have won, he would have been talking. So you gotta be you gotta be a humble winner and a gracious loser, and he's just not that. Like you can't. If they would have won, he would have been talking all this smack. But you can't even.
Would have went right up to Chip Kelly and rubbed it in his face.
Yeah, you can't even man up that you lost. And you're talking all this smack, and your team couldn't back it up. I mean, he had a decent game, but you just you didn't win.
Not really. 73 yards rushing.
Yeah, but
11 yards in the second half.
Yeah, I mean he got shut down in the second half, but
it was just so emotionally. Stephen A. Smith talked about it. I don't like Stephen A. Smith, but I agreed with him. There was a lot of him and Skip Bayless talking about how it was so much emotional and physical. Like he's a running back, so obviously physically and late in the season you're gonna wear it down a couple times. But emotionally, this whole week just took a lot out of him. It seemed.
Probably, yeah.
It's almost like he just kind of came out and had that adrenaline going. But once that wore off and it was close game and the Bills O line wore down and Fletcher Cox was just manhandling that guy.
Yeah, he really did.
And he was getting through every time and. I think Shady got a little frustrated. A couple big plays he popped, but there was holding penalties. They were
the offensive line
all over the place. They couldn't block. They couldn't block us. So that's what happens. And he wore down, and he was unable to get a spark going in the second half when they needed him. And it was more Tyrod Taylor that brought them back into that game. But ultimately, we put together a better game. I know Rex Ryan had some stuff to say about he thinks that the Bills outplayed the Eagles, but the Bills had shot themselves in the foot. Well, welcome to our season, man.
Yeah.
No one's going to give you those wins when you shoot yourself in the foot.
The Bills look like us. So you're competitive in the game, but you just don't make a few plays. And Tyrod Taylor had time to throw. Our game plan was make Tyrod Taylor beat you with his arm, and he couldn't do it. He missed a lot of throws, and You know, the front four played good, but we didn't really bring too much pass rush and additional pass rush.
Yeah, they naturally got there. I mean, Fletcher Cox had a heck of a game. He's just emerging as one of the best players in that position in the NFL. People are saying he's second to J.J. Watt at that position, so that's high praise. And you got to handle him. And Richie Incognito, the guard, who's been their best offensive lineman all season, said Fletcher Cox ate my lunch today, and he did. I mean, he was in the backfield all day. That big 10-yard loss on the one drive late in the game, McCoy, when that extra shove into the ground.
That was...
I think he meant to do it, but I mean, it's just like, I got to get him down. Like, you know, that kid can bounce up and take it to the house, you know, so he knows that firsthand. He wanted to make sure he was down. That was a little extra, you know, eat it, Buffalo. And like I said before the game, I'm not too worried about Shady McCoy. I mean, he's just a player on another team. And the longer he's off our team, the longer removed we are from that. And we're going forward with who we got. I thought the team looked great. I thought Eric Rowe played well. Thought Ed Reynolds made up for that early mistake. Letting Sammy Watkins get over the top. Made that pick. Young D-backs. I mean, everyone was ready to say Chip Kelly was a bad GM and can't draft, and all these guys were busting. Nelson Aguilar's breakout game with that big touchdown. Eric Rowe has been really good since the Detroit game, and Jordan Hicks is obviously like a beast. So, I mean,
it's like a lot of your moves are working out right now.
I mean, 3 guys right there.
You can argue DeMarco Murray and Kiko, but you know what?
That's why you make 8 moves and you hope at least 6 of them work out.
Exactly. Not everything's gonna work out. Not every draft pick you're gonna hit it. And
I think people saying, DeMarco Murray. It's funny because early in the season when we got these guys, the 3 running backs, Sproles, DeMarco, and Ryan Matthews, everyone was like, three-headed monster part 2. You know, it's like Westbrook, Buckhalter, and Deuce. It's like we have that now, and now we're late in the season and we're using the rotation.
We're doing
people are like, why is DeMarco on this team? Because he's part of that 3-headed monster that everyone was so excited about. So come on, man, not everyone. They all merit playing time. All 4 of the running backs. I don't care how much each guy's paid based off what their reputation was, whatever. We're gonna roll with the best guys, and I think it came to a point where Chip Kelly stuck his nose in and was like, listen, Deuce, like, roll these guys better. There's guys backing Murray up. Murray doesn't need 25 carries. He can get 15, and they can give Matthews 10, and they can give Sproles 10, and they can give Barner 5. Like, you just got to go with the hot hand. I get a little fired up about that because I don't like that. I like DeMarco Murray. I like him what he fits in this team. You know, and if they do move on from him, they move on from him. But I think they're going to bring another guy in. And,
you have to.
And
you can't count on Ryan Matthews to stay on the field.
You can't count on Darren Sproles this late in his career. I mean, he's a good back for what he does, but there's different things for what guys do, and I think using all 4 of them is to our advantage. They're all on our team and they're all good. So.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, I think Butter Squirrel Darren Sproles. I love calling him Butter Squirrel.
Boy.
And he just, you got to keep the guy fresh. He's not going to be able to make these plays if he's out there all the time. Ryan Matthews took him 3 weeks for the concussion.
And he had a groin injury all
So he had the groin, and
and Murray's been the healthiest, and he hasn't really been great because I think most of it can be blamed on a really, really poor interior line, which is still a problem, by the way. Our offensive line is really, really in trouble, especially when Jason Peters isn't on the field. He came off the field for 2 plays, and it was 2 back-to-back holding penalties on Dennis Kelly. So, I mean, we need to replace him with a real big-time, the new Franchi at left tackle.
New franchise tackle, All right, so looking forward, we got Cardinals.
Yes, big game.
Redskins.
Blackout. That's going to be blacking out.
And Giant. That's blackout, blacking out. Cardinals, I mean, what do you think? Do you think we can be competitive in this one?
Yeah, I think we can, and I like that they just clinched the playoff spot. They're kind of locked in that number 2 seed. They're not going to catch Carolina. That team seriously might go undefeated. Like, I don't like to, there's still 3 games left. Maybe I'm wrong, but ultimately that team's going to at least win 14 games, at least, and Arizona's not. So
so that's enough.
So they're locked in it too. They're going to be the 2 seed, and they just clinched. They kind of struggled against Minnesota. They're coming in. We're fired up. We need a win. They're like, okay, well, we clinched. We're in the 2s. So I don't think they're going to give up or play less. I just think those kind of things matter psychologically and things like that. Like, they're not going to risk injury. I mean, they're gonna play it somewhat safer than maybe if they had to win to stay on pace with Seattle or something like that. But they wrapped it up already, and they're the 2 seeds. So hopefully we can come in and get a big confidence builder because, that's obviously they're not going to come out and say, yeah, we let the Eagles win or anything. It's still going to be confidence booster, but I do think we need it a little more, and I definitely think that we're going to compete in that fashion. With Sam Bradford at quarterback, this team's just been really hot.
Yeah, much better for
and I
sure.
like what Chip Kelly said in his press conference yesterday. He said,
he's the guy.
He's the guy.
We wouldn't have traded for him
if we didn't want to extend him.
So yeah, I mean, I think it's great. Moving forward, and luckily this Cardinals game, if you drop it, you still control your own destiny because you got to play the Redskins if you can beat them, and then you have to beat the Giants. So not as much pressure. So it's huge winning that Bills game. I mean, it's huge, and the Patriots game. But I know these guys feel like they can beat anyone right now.
Yep.
And they could lose to anyone. So I mean,
it's kind of how we're feeling in flag too.
That's kind of how we're feeling.
We can beat anyone, but it can turn that quick.
Yeah.
Now we're on a football team. We're living real life experience. Trying to put ourselves into it.
Yeah. I'm the kicker on a flag football team.
That's really cool.
I'm 25 years old. I'm a kicker on a flag football team. It doesn't get any cooler. Cool. Doesn't get any cooler than that, ladies. All right.
You might wear that suit next game.
Yeah. It's actually you can just take right in.
Right.
I was gonna take this. I was kind of hot, so I was getting hot.
Viewer discretion.
Oh yeah. Blur that out. All right. Anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. We'll see you on Thursday for Chip Chatter. Real Chip TV. Fly Eagles fly, man.
Fly together.
Fly together. Chewbacca.
Yeah, let's just get the wings going.
Yeah. That is a terrible Chewbacca. I'll work on it. Next time, guys.